Hello, my friend. Before we begin, let me tell you something special. In this story, you will also learn 100 of the most common English words. Words you can use every single day. So, as you follow Ronaldo's journey, you will also grow your English step by step. Today, I want to share a story. Not just any story, but one that has inspired millions of people around the world. This story is about a boy who had very little but dreamed of something very big. A boy who came from a small island, but his dream was larger than the ocean around him. That boy is Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, when we hear his name today, we think about football, goals, trophies, and fame. We see a man who is strong, rich, and one of the most famous athletes in history. But Ronaldo's life did not begin this way. In fact, his early life was very different. It was simple, it was hard, and it was full of challenges. Cristiano Ronaldo was born in 1985. On the island of Madeira, in Portugal. Madeira is a beautiful island, full of mountains, flowers, and the sea. But Cristiano's family did not live in luxury. They were poor. His father worked as a gardener. His mother worked as a cook and cleaner. They worked very hard, but the family still had little money. Ronaldo was the youngest child in the family. He had one brother and two sisters. In the small home where they lived, there was not much space. Sometimes the children shared beds. Sometimes they did not have enough food. It was not an easy life. But Ronaldo was different from other children. From the very beginning, he loved football. He loved running, jumping, and kicking the ball. In fact, people say he played football before he could even walk properly. His friends noticed his energy. He was always moving, always running, always kicking. His mother often said, "Cristiano, you are never quiet. You always play." Even when he was tired, he wanted to play more. Football was his passion, his escape, and his dream. But let me pause here and ask you something. Can you imagine being a small boy, living in a poor family, but already telling people, "I want to be the best football player in the world"? Most children dream, yes, but Ronaldo's dream was different. He really believed it. People laughed at him. They said, "Cristiano, be realistic. You are just a boy from Madeira. Nobody knows you. You have no money. You are too small. It's impossible." But Ronaldo never listened to the negative voices. Deep inside, he told himself, "I will do it. I will show the world." As a boy, he played football in the streets of Madeira. There were no big stadiums, no expensive shoes, no perfect balls. Sometimes he played barefoot. Sometimes he played with old balls that were falling apart. Sometimes even with a bottle. But in every game, he gave everything. His talent grew. Coaches on the island began to notice him. They said, "This boy is special. He has speed, he has skills, he has fire." Soon, at only 8 years old, Cristiano joined a small local club called Andorinha. His father worked there, helping to clean the team's equipment. Ronaldo was proud to play for them, even though it was just a small club. From the first moment, he stood out. Other boys played for fun. Ronaldo played with hunger. Every match was serious. Every goal was important. His eyes showed his focus. Coaches told his parents, "Your boy is different. He can go far if he continues like this." But to grow, he needed more than a small island club. At 12 years old, Cristiano faced a big decision. To follow his dream, he would need to leave home and move to Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. Imagine that, a 12-year-old boy, far from his mother, his father, his sisters, his brother. For many children, it would be too much, but Cristiano was ready. When he arrived in Lisbon, life was not easy. He lived with other boys. He missed his family every day. He often cried at night, alone in bed. His friends remember hearing him sob quietly because he wanted to go home. But even when he cried, he woke up the next morning ready to train. He refused to give up. This is the beginning of Ronaldo's story. A poor boy, full of tears, full of hunger, but also full of dreams. He believed in something greater, and that belief carried him forward.
In Lisbon, young Cristiano joined the sporting academy. This was a new world for him. The club had better facilities, better coaches, and more competition. Many boys there wanted the same thing: to become professional footballers. Some of them were bigger, stronger, and older than Ronaldo. But Ronaldo had something they did not. He had a burning desire, a fire inside him. At training, he was always the first to arrive and the last to leave. While other boys relaxed, Ronaldo kept working. He practiced his dribbling, he practiced his free kicks, he practiced his speed. Day after day, night after night, he trained like no one else. His coaches noticed his discipline. They said, "Cristiano, you are different. You work harder than anyone." But life in Lisbon was not easy. He was far from his family. He often felt lonely. And to make things worse, some boys made fun of him because of his accent and his background from Madeira. They laughed at his clothes. They laughed at the way he spoke. But Ronaldo never let that break him. Instead, he turned the pain into motivation. He told himself, "One day they will respect me. One day they will know my name." By the age of 16, Ronaldo was already playing with older players in Sporting's first team. His talent was impossible to ignore. His speed, his skills, and his confidence on the ball were amazing. Soon, big European clubs began to notice him. And then, in 2003, something incredible happened. Sporting played a friendly match against Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in England. Ronaldo played that game and he destroyed United's defense. He was fast, tricky, and fearless. The United players were shocked. After the game, they went to their manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, and said, "Boss, you must sign this boy. He is unbelievable." Just days later, Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester United. He was only 18 years old, but he had made it. He had moved from a small island in Portugal to one of the biggest clubs in the world. But again, the journey was not easy. In England, football was different. It was faster, stronger, and more physical. Many people said Ronaldo was just a showman. They said he had too many tricks and no real end product. They said he would never succeed in the Premier League. But Ronaldo was not the type to give up. He worked harder than anyone. He stayed after training to practice. He went to the gym to build his body. He listened to his coaches. Slowly, he turned from a skinny boy into a powerful athlete. His first season at United was exciting, but also difficult. He scored some goals, but he also made mistakes. The media often criticized him. Fans sometimes booed him. But Sir Alex Ferguson, the legendary manager, believed in him. Ferguson became like a second father to Ronaldo. He pushed him, guided him, and protected him. Over the next few years, Ronaldo grew stronger and better. He learned how to use his tricks wisely. He scored more goals. He became more confident. By 2007, he was not just a talented young player, he was becoming one of the best in the world. In the 2007-2008 season, Ronaldo had a breakthrough. He scored 42 goals in all competitions. He helped Manchester United win the Premier League and the Champions League. At just 23 years old, he became the best player in the world, winning his first Ballon d'Or. Think about that. A poor boy from Madeira who once cried alone in Lisbon was now the best player in the world. The boy who people laughed at was now the man everyone admired. His dream was becoming real. But Ronaldo's story did not stop there. In fact, it was just the beginning. Even though Cristiano Ronaldo was now famous, life was not always easy. Success does not mean the end of challenges. On the contrary, new challenges often come with success. In 2005, Ronaldo faced a personal tragedy. His father passed away. Ronaldo loved his father deeply. His father had supported him from the beginning. He had driven him to every training session, encouraged him, and believed in his dreams. Losing his father was very painful. Ronaldo cried many nights. He felt a part of him was gone. But even in his sadness, Ronaldo found strength. He told himself, "I must continue. I will make my father proud. I will honor him with my work." This determination became a turning point in his life. He trained harder than ever. He focused more on his fitness, his skills, and his mental strength. Ronaldo also learned an important lesson during these years. Life is not only about talent. Talent is important, yes, but discipline, focus, and resilience are even more important. He realized that every challenge, every failure, and every criticism could be turned into a lesson. Every pain could become motivation. During this period, Ronaldo also had to deal with injuries. Football is a tough sport, and injuries can stop careers. But Ronaldo was careful. He worked on his body. He stretched every day. He followed strict nutrition rules. He learned that his body was his most important tool. Without it, dreams could not be achieved. By 2007-2008, these challenges and lessons shaped Ronaldo into a stronger, wiser, and more complete athlete. He had overcome criticism, personal tragedy, and pressure. He had grown not only in skill, but in character. And then came the rewards. Manchester United won the Champions League, and Ronaldo was named the best player in the world with his first Ballon d'Or. He had turned pain into success, sadness into motivation, and challenges into growth. This part of his life shows an important truth. Success is not just about winning games or trophies. It's about overcoming yourself, your fears, and your struggles. Ronaldo's story teaches us that growth comes from challenges, not comfort.
In 2009, Cristiano Ronaldo made one of the biggest moves of his life. He transferred from Manchester United to Real Madrid, one of the most famous football clubs in the world. The transfer fee was huge, and expectations were even higher. Many people said, "Can he handle this pressure?" Ronaldo did not just handle it, he embraced it. he worked harder than ever. In Madrid, football was faster, stronger, and more competitive than ever before. Every training session mattered. Every match was a test, and Ronaldo was ready. At Real Madrid, Ronaldo became a goal machine. He scored hundreds of goals. He broke records that many thought would never be broken. He won multiple Champions League titles. He won many domestic league titles. And he collected 4 more Ballon d'Or awards during this period. But beyond the trophies and the fame, Ronaldo's story in Madrid shows his discipline and dedication. He trained every day, often before and after regular team sessions. He focused on his fitness, speed, strength, and technical skills. Even when he was already the best, he kept improving. Ronaldo's lifestyle also reflected his focus. He ate carefully, avoided bad habits, and slept well. He knew that his body was his most important tool. Without it, all the talent and hard work could not give the best results. Off the field, Ronaldo was a role model for millions. He inspired young players to dream big and work hard. He gave interviews not only about football, but about life, effort, and perseverance. He became a symbol of dedication and resilience. During these years, Ronaldo valued family and friends. He stayed close to his mother, his siblings, and his children. He shared his time and wealth to help others. He became known not only as a football superstar, but also as a generous and caring person. By the end of his Real Madrid career, Ronaldo had achieved almost everything. He scored more than 450 goals in La Liga. He won 4 Champions League titles with Madrid. He became one of the greatest players in the history of football. Ronaldo is also a loving father. He spends time with his children, teaching them about life, values, and responsibility. He shows them that happiness is not only about money or success, but about love, respect, and effort. Beyond his family, Ronaldo is committed to giving back to others. He donates large sums of money to hospitals, children's charities, and disaster relief efforts. He has paid for life-saving surgeries for children and supported education programs for young people. Ronaldo's story teaches us that true success is not just about talent or luck. It is about attitude, effort, and character. It is about how you face challenges, how you treat others, and how you continue to grow every day. In every interview, every speech, and every action, Ronaldo reminds us, life is a journey. The journey is hard, but with discipline, courage, and love, anything is possible. Now, my friend, let's look at the lessons we can learn from Cristiano Ronaldo's life. First, hard work matters more than talent alone. Ronaldo had talent, yes, but talent without hard work is not enough. From a small island in Madeira to the world's biggest stadiums, he worked every day to improve his skills. He practiced before school, after school, and even during free time. He trained when others rested. This is a lesson for all of us. Consistent effort brings success. Second, never give up. Life will always have challenges. Critics will doubt you. Failure will come. Ronaldo faced poverty, loneliness, injuries, criticism, and personal loss. Yet he never gave up. He believed in himself, and he continued to move forward.
This shows us that perseverance is more important than instant results. Third, use challenges as motivation. Every problem Ronaldo faced became fuel for his growth. He used sadness, fear, and criticism to become stronger. He turned obstacles into opportunities. We can do the same. Every difficulty in our life can teach us something valuable. Fourth, discipline is key. Ronaldo's success comes from discipline in training, nutrition, sleep, and focus. He knows that talent alone cannot win games, trophies, or respect. Discipline transforms dreams into reality. Fifth, Ronaldo never forgot the people who supported him. He stayed connected to his family and gave time, money, and attention to those in need. True success is measured not only by fame and wealth, but also by love, care, and generosity. Finally, dream big, but act every day. Ronaldo dreamed of being the best in the world. He did not just dream, he acted. Every day he took steps towards his dream. This is the secret. Dreams without action are just wishes. So, my friend, whether you are learning English, pursuing a career, or following a personal goal, remember Ronaldo's story. It shows that you can start with very little. You can face many difficulties. You can achieve greatness with effort, courage, and discipline. Think of your own dreams. What small steps do you take today? What challenges can you turn into motivation? How can you act every day to become better than yesterday? Ronaldo's life is a lesson for all of us. It is a story of hope, courage, and inspiration. It reminds us that no matter where we come from, with belief, effort, and heart, we can achieve amazing things. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope it inspires you to work hard, stay disciplined, and never give up on your dreams. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Keep dreaming, keep acting, and keep growing.